Hi y'all, this is Renee, your wealth coach. How y'all doing today? How was your day? Hope it was fantastic. I wanted to come on and I had posted a picture of a clock, and I was listening to Don Peebles. Um, he's a real estate developer, and so he was breaking down, they had asked him, when do you know when it's a good time to buy real estate, when to sell, when to hold. And so he gave an illustration of a clock, and he said when it's 12 o'clock, that's when real estate is at its peak. And so between 12 to 4:30, about when it gets to the hand gets on to about 4:30, then it's time to buy. And so between 4:30 and say 9 o'clock, you're buying throughout that time frame, and not the pace of a clock on the wall, but the season in which, compare it to the season, to when you go about purchasing your real estate. And then from 9 to 12 is when you're selling off the real estate. Not all of it, because there's some real estate you want to keep and hold, and you make your passive income and your cash flow, especially if you're trying to get to your financial freedom number. You want to replace, you need money coming in on a consistent basis. And so so anyway, what are you doing during that time frame? So right now, the market is at its peak. Real estate prices are just off the charts. Interest rates are going up. Rents are going up. Usually if rents are going up, then, the mortgage side of buying is down. It's usually flip-flop, but at the same time, mortgages are high. Rents, get some nice money in this season for rents. So what do you do between 12 and 4 o'clock? Well, what I am doing, I am getting in position, because my next property that I purchase is going to be a commercial property. And I'm looking for a property that will replace my paycheck. And so I'm starting to look now. And I'm looking online. I'm looking like on the apps, just looking at properties. And so now I'm doing my due diligence, meaning like the best real estate investors that do well, they know their zip codes in their areas. They know in advance, like Intel, I'm in Columbus, Ohio, so Intel is coming. Which area is bringing in jobs for people? You want to find out where people want to live, and you just got to do your due diligence. I always look for up and coming areas. So so right now I'm going to do my research. I'm just going to search out areas, especially areas that have the type of real estate that I'm looking for, because I'm going for a commercial property. So it's a good time to do my research, read up on the material. I already know mentors that I've been following for years that is already into commercial properties. They're actively involved in purchasing properties. So, I already have a list of mentors that I can tap into. And I'm putting my money away, because with a commercial property, you have to have at least 25% as a down payment. And so that's what I'm doing between 12 and 4:30. That's what I'm doing. And so when 4:30 comes, I'm just positioning myself to where when the opportunity does knock on my door, that I'm ready. I'll have my funds in place. Make sure my credit score is where it needs to be. I'll know what areas I'm looking at. I'll start pricing now, even though the prices are high, but wait and watch, watch the market, wait till the prices get right, and be in position to buy. Now, this next building, I'm not looking to sell it. Now, if I come across, you know, the deal like my friend found, a house for $30,000, to where, can do some rehabbing too and flip it. Now, I wanted to talk about that too, that after if you're going to flip, because that's capital gain, so you want to have a plan. What is your plan? Where do you plan to be in the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? What do you plan to do with the money if you do flip a house? And so you want to have something planned. Like, people were calling into, hey, I want to buy your house. But if I already had a house that I was looking at that I wanted to purchase and move in, now that's different because I had a plan and it fit into my plan of selling my house for double the money. But I didn't have a plan, so why would I sell my house and then have no place to go? So you want to have a plan so that you have some place to go, you have some steps in mind. After, you sell a house, like for instance, you sell a house and you make $100,000 off of it, that could be your launch into that larger deal, or into that business, or into that franchise, or into that partnership. So you want to write out your business plan. That's what I fully stress, like, what is your plan? And so then that way you're prepared, and in your money, and you want to definitely have an accountant on your team, an attorney on your team, to make sure, like, if you sell a house and you got $100,000 from the sale, you want to keep majority of it. So you want to talk to them to see what you can and cannot do. And so we'll get more into depth about that. But yeah, I wanted to just start talking about what your plans are. So my plan, and I'm planning to retire when I want to retire. And I want to maintain it, not just maintain, but I want to, I have a goal. I want to travel. So I have to make sure that, I'm doing things now to make sure that happens. It's one thing to talk about it, but then if you don't have a plan of action to get there, then you're going to get to that point of retirement. And then I'll be looking, hey, I don't have what I need to do it. Well, I'm going to make sure I'm putting things in place now. So, I'll share my journey with you all, of course. And so just excited, just consistently, immediately putting my money to work for me. And I've always been a worker ever since I was 11 years old. When I was 11, I had a babysitting job. So I had one lady, she had 3 kids. And then another lady had 1 daughter. So I was watching 4 kids at 11. And then when I got of age, 15, 16, I went and worked in the tobacco fields. My father's from South Carolina, so he had me there a year before trying to get me a job, but that was good money. I was making $200-300 because, they pay you a base pay, but then if you do more than what they're asking, they paid you extra. So I was making $200-300 a week back when I was 15, 16. And so I've always worked. That's all that I know how to do. But now it's differently. Now that, I know how to invest and put my money to work, it's different. I could have a more relaxed approach. And so I'm going to stop there. I hope that I've said something to benefit you. And so back to the clock. I don't want to cut that short. So between now and 4 and 4:30, I'm just getting in position for when it gets to 4 o'clock. I'm already going to have a list of properties that I'm interested in. And then I'm make my move and start buying. And then 9 o'clock, it's a good time to look at your portfolio. Okay, what house can you sell for your next big project, or for your next project, or your next investment? And so, yeah, but you want to keep learning, keep growing, keep connecting yourself. One of the benefits of me sitting on the board of a credit union is that they get data. So every time they open a new branch, they do their research. They already know that before they build a new branch in this area, they already know the zip codes. They already know that their customer base is already there. They already know new companies coming to the areas, so that they, that's how they base and make their decision to purchase and build a new branch. And so, hey, I use that same strategy. So, even when you work in your jobs, you can learn new strategies. If you're working for a successful company, when I was at AT&T, which is $1 billion company, I saw how they operated. I was like, okay, so there were some things that I could use in my small business. So, I hope that was helpful, and comment down below. Say, hey, Renee, how you doing? Or if you have a question, or, and want to talk more about this, by all means, would love to have a conversation with you. And bye for now.